Hello and welcome to Dave Makes Stuff. Over the next 3.5 minutes or so, I'll take you through this really straightforward lightsaber build using only a car driveshaft and an angle grinder. First up, greasy pile of old Audi driveshafts. I kind of liked the way this one stepped in and out and had lots of detail on it, because if we're looking for a simple build, we want something that has lots of shape already. The first step is to rough cut one end off the shaft. This end will be our emitter, where the blade would come out. That gets us our basic shape, but unfortunately the hilt has perhaps one too many curves, a bit like a post-lockdown version of me, so we'll just grind that down flat. The hilt, not me. Anyhow, now the only cut we've got left to make is to put the proper shape into the emitter shroud. This is a paper template, not a false moustache, and we can wrap it round like this. Once we've transferred the sine wave from the paper to the metal, it's time to make some sparks and give the end a slanted effect. I don't think anyone's decreed that it needs to be slanted, it's just a bit more visually interesting. The oily, damaged paint on this friction weld joint is also interesting, but not something we want to keep, so we'll fetch all that off. And that's the grinding finished. The rear end still looked a bit plain, but we'll fix that with this oily lump of something. The great thing about this bit is because it's one of the CV joints off the same drive shaft, it just plugs onto the hilt directly. And it's already got great patina and a really interesting shape. Again, post-lockdown me, take note. So all we've got to do to fit it is spray it with impact adhesive, leave it for a little while for everything to tack up, and then we literally just bash it together. Because the splines that are already there are a nice detail in their own right, I'm only going to push this piece halfway on so they're still visible in the finished item. And there we go. Really starting to take shape now, and in fact all that remains to be done is to wrap the hand grip. So to do that, I'm using this strip of leatherette cut off a piece I had lying around. And again, all I'm going to do is spray it with impact adhesive and wait. And it usually takes a minute or so for the two surfaces to go from being covered in wet glue to being tacky. The next step is like trying to change and dress a baby. You've got noxious substances everywhere and you're doing your best to make sure that you achieve a neat and presentable result without covering everything in stuff that it really shouldn't be covered in. Oh, and you can't count on cooperation either. The key is to have each turn overlap by the same amount, and you really want to have practiced it a few times before the sticky stuff gets involved. Again, there's a parallel there somewhere. Apparently I can't trim things to size and keep them in the shot at the same time, but we'll blunder on regardless, not a lot of option. Anyhow, the finished wrap looks something like this, and now all that remains is to put a coating of furniture wax over any bare metal just to stop it rusting. And here's the finished article, and for an hour's work I don't think it's too bad. One final thing, I did say I would announce the first winners of our lightsaber giveaway in this video. Out of all the suggestions I received, the one I liked best was Jonathan Hill's proposal for a lightsaber shaped desk or reading lamp. So Jonathan, if you could get in touch via the new Dave Makes Stuff Facebook page, see the link below, we'll see what we can sort out. The contest is still open, I'll put the link in the end screen. Otherwise, thanks for watching and hopefully see you in the next one.